It could have been worse. Thank you to the Youngstars, thank you to the academy players because they gave a sense to this match. They gave an order to what seemed as total confusion in the first half. So thank you to them. We have, I think we've got negatives for sure, but we have to remain positive as well. This match could have easily ended 2-0, 3-0 in the first half, and therefore making it very hard to catch up in the second half. But we drew, which is good. Trust me, it's a good sign. It could have been better, don't get me wrong, we could have won. But bearing in mind the dynamics of the first half, bearing in mind the dynamics pre-match, aka 9 players being unavailable, I would consider this draw being almost as a win. It's obviously not equivalent to 3 points, but the importance of this draw is as equivalent, because if Verona would have won, they would have gone 1 point from us. They were still close to us. Lazio's playing tomorrow without Immobile. It's a tough match for them. Juventus have drawn yesterday against Torino. It's hard to catch up with them, but at the same time, if we lost today, it would have been way more hard. I think, I'm gonna break this live stream in 2 parts: first half and second half. First part, I said everything I had to say in the first match reaction during the live watch along. That basically, the fans deserved more. Now, I want to quickly show you something. Roma, a few years ago, had this team. Actually, let me read it out. Alisson in goal. Rudiger, Marquinhos, Benatia in defense, Nainggolan, Pjanic, Paredes, Strootman and Emerson in midfielder, and Dzeko and Salah up front. It is cycle. It's a cycle. We don't have that team anymore. We have this team. I do think what Pallotta has left is an absolute mess, which is selling all of those players. We have a team which is way weaker than that team, and we have a team which I think, obviously is weaker than the team combined if we hadn't sold anyone. But, we can't give up right now. We are in such a tough moment of the season that it's basically illegal for us to give up. Just to give you a recap of the season, Lazio have now a big advantage if they win tomorrow. But will they win tomorrow without Immobile in the northernmost team in Italy, with this climate tomorrow night? It's gonna be hard for them. At the same time, we are 3 points from Atalanta, we are 1 point from Lazio, and we are 6 points from Juventus. We aren't too far away from our objectives, but obviously we have to eliminate that first half. And a big question, which will be the question which Mourinho will think about the most over the course of these days, is, to avoid a failure of a season in these last February, March, April, May, in these 4 months, do I start the academy team? Because if the academy team wasn't subbed in today, we would have lost 2-0. Volpato was an absolute baller today. Bove showed control in the midfielder section. I think we've got a lot of positives to take away from this match, even despite the fact we don't have the full 3 points that we wanted. We have ahead of us a very hard calendar. We've got La Spezia away, Atalanta at home, the derby in a bit. Things, if we follow our traces of the first half, are only set to become worse. But if we give a hope, and if we continue, believing in young players, avoiding useless players, for example, why do we need to start Vigna, for example, or Korstop if we have academy players? Why do we need to start Cristante if we have Boe in the midfielder section or Darboe in the midfielder section? Why do we need to start Felix in a way? I mean, he's still young. He's an academy player. He needs time. But Felix lately is not having it. So why do we need to start Felix if we've got Volpato? I think Mourinho in these next couple of days will have a lot of questions in his head and a lot of questions to be resolved. Because the academy team today, trust me, in La Spezia next weekend, Bove will start. Bove will start. Volpato will start. Trust me, they will. We had 9 players unavailable today, which gave a massive disadvantage to us. But we managed to keep the pressure, and the most important thing to absorb from today's match is the fighting spirit. We were down 2-0. Our morale after the first half was terrible. All the fans were booing at halftime. Imagine being a player and imagine what Mourinho told you in the... these players absolutely dominated Verona in the second half. I think Tudor absolutely got the substitutions wrong because you cannot get Simeone and Caprari off if they're clearly their 2 best players. And, I think Tudor got everything wrong when it comes to substitutions. Mourinho got everything right when it comes to substitutions. So, right now, we are in a stage where our morale is, after this performance, I think it's getting better. It's improving. We're coming from a second 2-2 consecutive draw, but in compared to the last one, this one is the equivalent of a win. The last one we gave away 2 goals. It was absolutely shambles. This draw was better. I actually believed we would have won this match in the last minutes because Verona completely turned off. So I do think, it will take time to get to that team that I showed you before. Unfortunately for us, it will take time. It will take money. It will take effort to get back to a team like that one. But we cannot give up on the team we have now because unfortunately we're not going anywhere if we don't, without this team. So it's important to have faith in the players. I know some of them are absolutely shit, and I'll be honest, but we have to give faith to this team, which in my opinion is living a very tough moment. Shout out to the fans for always supporting this team, and they deserve more. I think they deserve the win. The fans have always sold out the stadium over the course of this season. They've always gone and support this team away. They deserve more. But at the same time, we can't completely turn against these players. Because, unfortunately for us, we are stuck with these players. And to get to a team like the one that got in a Champions League semi-final, plus Mo Salah in attack, we need money, and we need effort, and we need time. So, we're stuck with these players, but we need to have faith in these players, if you see what I mean. Some of them are absolutely shambles, and I'll be the first one to say it. But at the same time, we can't do anything about it. We have to, focus on the players we have and have faith in them and grow them more and more. Mourinho got a red card, obviously shows the frustration. He wanted to win the match. I actually believed we would have won the match in the last 10 minutes. But Mourinho has a red card, obviously. Now, defense-wise, still a lot to improve. Smalling is having a very bad period. So, it's something to improve. Smalling obviously didn't have Mancini and Ibanez today, but Kumbula today was very convincing. I think he's grinding his confidence day in and day out. So, good on. Bad notes of this match are quite a lot. I mean, a few players I didn't like. Oliveira today wasn't having it. Pellegrini today wasn't having it. Felix today wasn't having it. Vina today wasn't having it. Korzov today wasn't having it. Maitland-Niles today wasn't having it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players out of 11 today weren't playing well. So that just puts to mind how hard it was to get a draw today. And the substitutions were completely correct. We can't emphasize how much the substitutions were the correct thing to do. So shout out to Mourinho once again. Now, obviously, we're still in a back. It's not. What I'm trying to say is the fact that we've drawn against Verona doesn't mean that we're now living, a great moment, or morale is, I'm partying all night. No, we're still in a very bad moment, and we need to get out of this moment as quick as possible, because we have still got two objectives ahead of us, which are still not vanished away: Europa Conference League and the Derby to win, which is a match which we need to win. You know, even if we were last in the table and Lazio was first, we had to win the Derby. It's just the legacy here in Italy. So it's important to do that. Obviously, to do that, training sessions need to maximize, because we're constantly making the same mistakes. But overall, Roma fans out there, be proud of this draw, because we could have absolutely gone in a worse way today. So I'm proud of this draw. I wanted a win, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm proud of the draw. Now, one final thing I wanna talk about is something which happened in the first half. Needs to try and be avoided, has to be avoided, but it did. You know, it happened in the first half. Now, I think something which we always get wrong is the fact that we don't fight back. We conceded a goal after 4 minutes, no reaction whatsoever. We conceded a second goal after 20 minutes, no reaction whatsoever. We had to wait the second half to draw and have a reaction. So it can't be right. We cannot wait, 45 minutes to have our reaction. Matches are 90 minutes long. If we, after the goal we conceded, the first goal, because to be honest with you, they surprised us with the first goal, we have to immediately get a reaction. No, after the first goal they scored, we were demoralized. We were, oh, Verona scored. What am I supposed to do now? I conceded a goal after 4 minutes. I'm gonna go in the changing room and have a good old coffee. That is what the players think after they concede. What the players think after they concede one single goal is, oh, the match is over. I conceded. Oh no. Oh shit, I lost. If we would have had a reaction immediately after the goal they scored after 4 minutes, we would have absolutely battered them. Because okay, congratulations to them for the 2 goals, but they've played a very bad match. They've had 2 attempts and 2 goals, So, reaction needs to be there immediately, and this is something which we need to improve on, and I can't stress this enough. Overall, ladies and gentlemen, yes, we wanted more. Yes, a win would have helped with the dynamics of the league, but we got a draw. And seeing the dynamics of the match, I'm happy with a draw. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't be that demoralized, because it's a positive-minded draw. We can build on this draw now. We've got La Spezia away, a match which we must win, and then Atalanta at home. But before, we need to think about La Spezia. Lads and lasses, we can't be that demoralized at the end of the day, because seeing the first half, which was appalling, the second half we should consider as a win. So, ladies and gentlemen, subscribe if you haven't already. Smash the like button as soon as this video, as soon as this live stream becomes a video, and comment in the comments of the video your impressions of the match, giving your own match reaction. Subscribe if you haven't already. Get this number to 3,000 subscribers as fast as possible. Follow me on Instagram at Lower Score The Simon Show, and subscribe to my second YouTube channel all about travel in the description below. And I will catch you tomorrow with another live stream.